Now that we've made it through the first half of the year, today I'm here to share my list of top smartphones of 2017. Now, this list is based off of my personal preferences, so if you disagree, which you're more than welcome to, share your thoughts in the comments. So normally you get a top 10 or a top 5 list, but my list has 6 devices on it. The reason for this is because I have 2 devices tied for the number 5 spot, the Xiaomi Mi 6 and the OnePlus 5. These 2 phones are extremely similar, sharing the same Snapdragon 835 chip, both having 6 gigs of RAM, low resolution displays, dual cameras with a 2x zoom portrait mode, and an asking price that's below $500. Some would argue that these 2 phones deserve to be higher up on the list simply because of their price, but they lack the fit and finish that you get with more established brands, especially when it comes to software and camera performance. In the number 4 spot, the LG G6 stands tall and proud. It may have last year's Snapdragon 821 with only 32 gigs of storage, but the phone is still fast, its battery life is impressive, and the dual camera with its second wide-angle lens makes the LG G6 a joy to use. I typically carry 2 phones with me at all times, and the G6 has been my second phone of choice for the last few months, simply because of the wide-angle lens and the amazing pictures that it can capture. And let's not forget the G6's 18:9 aspect ratio display. It still doesn't work perfectly with all apps, but it does give you a lot more workable space by displaying a lot more content when typing or multitasking. Sitting right in the middle of the list is the Huawei P10 in the number 3 spot. I'd like to point out that this phone's design is dull and has been mistakenly identified as an iPhone by friends and family members on more than one occasion. But the lack of inspiration in its design is accompanied with extreme refinement in its engineering and performance. The phone is a pleasure to hold, and I find myself constantly flipping it over in my hand so that my fingers can caress its smooth edges. And as for performance, this phone has beat out most of 2017's flagship devices, even though it's using last year's Kirin 950 chip that's more than 9 months old already. But the phone's standout feature is its RGB and monochrome dual sensor camera, which produces breathtaking images, especially if you're a fan of black and white photography. This may come as a surprise to many of you, but the Samsung Galaxy S8 and the S8 Plus have to settle for the number 2 spot on this list. Both phones are incredible, offering impeccable performance and capturing amazing photos. Battery life could be a little bit better on the smaller S8, but the S8 Plus has more than enough juice to last a full day, and then some. As you've probably already noticed, the highlight feature of these 2 phones are their edge-to-edge curved displays, which appear to melt off the sides of the phones. It's truly a sight to behold. I was impressed with last year's S7 Edge models, but Samsung has really outdone itself with this year's devices. And finally, that brings us to the number 1 smartphone of 2017, and that honor goes to the HTC U11. I'll say this, before the U11 was unveiled, I was expecting HTC's 2017 flagship smartphone to take the number 3 or number 4 spot on this list. But HTC managed to go back to its roots with the U11 and deliver a phone that can outclass the competition. It may not have an edge-to-edge display like the LG G6 or the Galaxy S8, but the phone uses its Snapdragon 835 processor better than its competitors, and it has a camera that even outclasses the Google Pixel. And did I mention that the U11's metal and glass design is absolutely gorgeous? Its liquid surface glass back panel melts seamlessly into the metal frame of the phone, but its unique curves and paint job allow the phone to reflect different colors based on the angle of the light. It's truly mesmerizing. While I have ranked these devices, I'm not recommending one over another. Everyone has different use cases, and as I mentioned before, I use the number 4 smartphone, the G6, as my second device, simply because I love its wide-angle camera lens. If you're still looking to buy a 2017 smartphone, let me know which of these devices you plan on picking up. You can also help support my channel by using the affiliate links below to purchase any of these devices. I hope you give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and make sure you click that subscribe button as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.